Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex Steer of Advice by Alex on TikTok. And to find out much more about me and how to book a session with me, you can go ahead and visit my TikTok page, which is Advice by Alex 8. And there you can be able to locate in the bio section the Snip Feed account, which is where you can book a session with me as well. And that is where all the future bookings will be held as well. And if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. So that way you get all the future uploads of all my videos as well. Today is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. And if you would like more information on me, and I will leave all the information of the plethora of ways to get in contact in the description box below. So hopefully you guys are doing well and that you are having a wonderful Saturday, because today is Saturday. It has been a pretty relaxing Saturday so far, so I cannot complain whatsoever. But hopefully you are doing well and things like that, and that you are having a fantastic, relaxing weekend as well. I know it's been quite a while since I have been posting a video, and I do apologize about that. Life has certainly got chaotic here on my end. I just been having a lot going on and a lot of major changes going on and things like that. I do work 2 jobs now. I did get a new job at a new hotel, so that has been going well and stuff like that. I'm still working in case management, so I do both of them at the same time. So it has been quite a while, and I was just adjusting to the everything in regard to both companies and things like that, and learning the policies and procedures. So yeah, that's just kind of like what I was doing in that regard. But hopefully you are doing well and things like that. This video is going to be able to cover the weekly angelic messages for the week of August 20th through the 28th, 2022. If you can believe, we're almost at the end of August already, going into September. Wow. Where has the time gone? I also wanted to mention that my kitty is 1 year old, in case you have not been on this channel in a while. I do have a kitty. His name is Teddy Bear, so he may make appearances throughout the video, but I don't think he will today because he is currently sleeping. I think he's underneath the bed. So that is where he's currently at right now. So, but hopefully you guys are doing well and that you are having a fantastic start to your day and things like that, and afternoon, evening, whatever time in the world you are at and things like that. So, but it has been a long time since I just posted a video, so I decided to do a video that is coming up. So I was like, I need to get back into YouTube. I've been pretty good about my TikTok, and today I was like, I really need to get focused in on my YouTube again. So that is where that is. What other announcements? Oh, also, I have decided at the end of this lease that I will be moving. So I will be moving to the Wadsworth area. So I would like to have more of a handle on my own business, so that way I'll be able to do a lot of more work from home kind of stuff and things like that when I get there and things. So that will be, so that way I can switch back to the main focus of that. But hopefully you guys are doing well, and I just feel guided to that area, and it's around the area where I went to school and everything like that. And also partially the reason for that area is that I feel like it's going to be a major healing aspect toward the twin flame journey for myself. So I feel like I'll be doing a lot of healing in that area and things like that. Not to say that I haven't done healing as well here, it's just in Columbus. It's just that not enough. And I feel like it'll be a really good fit because of the fact that I feel like that is a lot of where, in that area, a lot of where it all started. So I feel like I'll be closer to the connection in that regard. Not to say that you're not close to a connection anywhere, it's just that is a particularly special place in my heart of where things began and things like that. So, that is partially the reason. And also, there, it'll be like starting over. So, and where I don't really know anybody. So, that will be less distraction. Because I've been in Columbus for about 5 years or so, and things like that. So I've kind of built up a network of people, and I know people, and I have a connection built up here. So it's good of like kind of like starting over in a new area and starting from scratch and everything like that. So that's kind of there and things like that. But enough of the jibber jabber. Let's go ahead and get comfortable. Have your feet firmly planted on the ground, light a light candle, and be able to sit back. Have your heart wide open to be able to receive the angel messages that you are about to receive as well. I do have music on in the background. It's Jason Stephenson chakra healing music, and I think it's going through all the chakras as well. So that is basically there. And you might be wondering what kind of shirt I'm wearing today. It's a tie-dye shirt, but this is like from high school, and this is when we did Godspell, the musical. So I was I think backstage for that play as well. So that's a little special. So let us get into the role and everything like that. So let's have a moment of silence here while I connect to the energy of the week, and we'll deliver any messages that come in, and then we'll do the cards like always. Alright, so one of the things that is really coming into the forefront when I'm tuning into the energies of the week is that I really do feel like with the energies, it's all about that we're going to be having trouble with getting caught up in our heads. And when we notice that we're getting caught up in our heads, we have to be able to catch ourselves and be able to reel back in and see where it is at. And why we are getting caught up in our heads, basically. What the angels are really saying is also a really good time in order to be able to work on the third eye chakra. And that is all about allowing ourselves to see things in a bigger picture. It's also the center of imagination and intuition. So, it's all about allowing your third eye to be unblocked, and that is also directly correlated with the crown chakra as well. And in doing so, you'll be able to get direct downloads from the divine, and to be really able to see things from a different perspective, and more like an outside perspective. So I feel like this week is all about taking a step back and being able to observe what it is in front of us that is going on, because I feel like we're taking a step back and trying to look at the bigger picture of what is going on in our reality. And what the angels are really saying in regard to this is that sometimes when we take a step back and see things from a different perspective than we are, it's allowing us to see what another person's point of view is. And sometimes we don't always understand what another person's point of view is in regard to things because we're so caught up in the moment. And we get caught up in the details of why they are acting in a certain way. And we have to be able to take a step back, understand what they are going through, and things like that. And I feel like this is in regard to the relationships that are around us. I feel like this is going to be a relationship heavy focused week. What the angels are saying is that I'm hearing that it's important to allow ourselves to be honest with ourselves in regard to the messages that we're receiving from our third eye, and to be able to trust our own intuition. And it's really important to be able to see things clearly from another person's perspective, so that way there's not as much miscommunication that is going on. And when we're not seeing things clearly is where a lot of the miscommunication is happening, because another person is always going to be giving you signals of what is going on, even if they do not actually speak their truth. You can always see from their body language and also how they're reacting to certain things that you are saying to them. So that is definitely there and things like that. So that's kind of like one of the things as well. So that's just kind of like some of the messages that I am picking up right away, is that I feel like this is all about an observation kind of week. I feel like it's a week to be able to reflect upon what is happening in our own world, and to allow the healing to be able to be presented and things like that. So what the angels are really saying is almost like the Hermit card in the regular tarot. We're taking a step back, reflecting, and then we are planning the action steps that we need to take. I really want to say that we are going into Mercury retrograde. And while we're on that factor, I don't know when the next Mercury retrograde is. So let me go ahead and look at that perspective here. Okay, so we have a little bit of time, and stuff like that. Is that the next Mercury retrograde is September 9th through the 22nd. Or, not the 22nd. September 9th through October 2nd, 2022. That's going to be a powerful day. 2222, another portal. That'll be the second one. So we have a little bit of time, but the energies will be shifting here shortly for the pre-cusp of the Mercury retrograde, especially as we go into September, is when you'll start noticing the beginning effects of Mercury retrograde. And we'll explain much more about Mercury retrograde in an upcoming video and things like that. And for sure, doing that. So I'm going to take a little bit of a hydration break here. Alright, so here is what we're going to do. We're going to go through the energy of this week and see what is going on in our world at this time. So we're going to go start off here at the bottom. So we're going to go ahead and tune in to the energies of the week. So this week I feel is also going to be a bit shaky in regard to energy-wise. So I feel like it's going to be a little up and down in emotional. It's kind of like where you have a mood swing kind of a little bit, but you have like a little bit of a heads up in regard to how to handle the mood swing. So using those coping skills will be great in regard to the energy of the week and how to proceed throughout the week. So with the red energy, which is all in relation to the root chakra, which is also all about grounding yourself. So remember, the red energy is anger, passion, manifestation, aggression. It's also the foundation of where we're at. So we can use it more for positive, and or it could also be more toward the negative and things like that. And what the angels are saying is that the energy for the red is going to be quite high for this week as well. So I do feel like we're going to have quite a bit of red energy, where it can be, can basically uproot ourselves, basically, in that regard. So that is definitely one of the things that the angels are saying in that regard. Another thing that they are mentioning in regard to the energy of the week is the blue chakra. So the blue chakra is all about communication. I do feel that the blue communication is going to be not as high as it was, but the communication is going to be there. I feel with the communication for this week, the communication is going to be guiding the red energy. So what the angels are saying is that with the communication guy or the blue chakra, is all about communication. The blue energy is going to be guiding the red, and that can spark the anger, the aggression, the manifestation, because we're going to be hearing a lot of those truths if we remember from the beginning of the video, and stuff like that. So we're going to be hearing a lot of our truths for this upcoming week. So that is definitely there. So that is one of the energies of the week. The next color here is that we're going to have is the orange color. And the orange is all about the creativity, a wellness plan, and also, of course, sexual energy. And it's going to be at a medium level for the orange energy. So this is going to help spark that creative thoughts and how to proceed in regard to the healing. And, of course, we're going to have in return after the orange chakra or the sacral chakra is that we have is the pink. The pink is all about self-care and self-love. We're going to have quite a lot in regard to self-care and self-love for this upcoming week. Now, we are also going to be popping into the purple, which is also the imagination, intuition, and we're going to get a lot of downloads from spirit where we're going to have to see things from a different perspective. So that is there. Next, we're going to go into the crown chakra, or it is the pink or indigo/violet energy. And that is also going to be higher, so we're going to be able to hear our guides, God, angels, and things like that, and people on the other side. So it's a good week to be able to communicate and things like that, especially if we're getting a lot of downloads and asking how to be able to proceed with that information. The next color here is that we have is the yellow. It's not going to be as high as I'd like to see it. And it's going to be quite minimal of the yellow. Remember, yellow is all about courage and confidence. So those two hand in hand. So that is definitely there. So, and the heart chakra or the green chakra is there. It's just not going to be as high for this week, unfortunately, is what I'm seeing. So it's not enough to say anything substantial. So it's not going to be a primary give and take of love for this week. So we're going to be focused more inward for this week. So, so self-love and self-care is where we are going to be at for this week. So, let us get in here into the cards of the week. And we have is the John Holland deck, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart. So, what does everybody on YouTube need to know for August 20th through the 28th, 2022? What does everybody need to know for August 20th through the 28th, 2022? Oh, interesting. Okay. Gonna be a bumpy week, everybody. Hold on to your bridges. Interesting. Let me take a sip of water here, because I feel like I need to take a sip of water. Alright. So, the first card here is that we have is the Helpless and Hopeless card. And it is card number 8. So what the angels are really saying is that I do feel like we're going to be unsure of how to proceed with the information that we are given during this week. So it's going to make us a little bit unsure of how to proceed down our path. And I feel like there's going to be a little bit of blockage to it, which is going to cause a little bit of the helpless and hopeless moments that we are going to be feeling a little bit in regard to that. So, and it is best to remember to trust and have faith in regard to when we have these moments. So I feel like those lessons are going to be coming into play with the helpless and hopeless. Even if we don't see the bigger picture of things yet, things are always working behind the scenes to get us to the path where we need to go. So, the next card here is that we have is the base chakra. So, really working on the base chakra of this week. And remember that correlates with the red energy that we had. So, I love when things pan out in the messages. So, this is all about working on your foundation of you. So, and also working on your root chakra. So, knowing that's a little bit blocked. So, really working on that as well. So, and it's going to be a little bit of a challenging time for this week, and Archangel Michael is coming into play, helping and guiding you and protecting you for this week. So, I feel like the reason it's bumpy is that we are not going to be wanting to see the truth in certain situations, because we're going to be having a little bit of a resistance to the changes that we need to make in our lives. So, that's going to cause the upheaval and feeling helpless and hopeless. So, let us not feel the resistance and things will be a little bit smoother. So, let us get into that as well. So, the next card here is that we have is Strengthening Bonds. And it's card number 1. So, we're going to be strengthening bonds with our path and the path that we're going to go down. And strengthening bonds within ourselves. So, we're going to be looking deep within our side of ourselves for this upcoming week and stuff like that. So, a true reflection of us for this upcoming week. So that is coming into play. The next card here is that we have is Release. Card number 13, reduced down to card number 4. And it's all about helping us to have that tower moment. This is also in regard to the tower moment in the regular tarot, releasing whatever is no longer serving us. Remember, change doesn't always necessarily have to be bad. It can be a good thing and help us get down to our journey as well. Humans always can have a tendency to look at it from a negative perspective, but we have to look at it from a soul perspective as well. So, the overall message here is that we have is daydreams and decisions. So, card number 7, this is the opportunity card. So, it's all about looking at the opportunities that are going to be coming out of the reflection mode, and helping us guide to the action steps that we need to take and things like that. So that is that one. The next card here is what we have is Dedicated Effort. And this is all about putting in the effort into our reflection and going deep within. So I love how these cards correlate with each other. So you can't make this stuff up. Even if I tried, I could not make up. Even if you look at the beginning of the messages without any of the validations from the card, you can see from there to there how everything is correlating with each other. So, can't make things up from spirit. So then the second deck is the Angel Prayer deck and my Infinite deck, as everybody knows by now. So, what does everybody need to know for the week of August 20th through the 28th, 2022? What does everybody need to know? Open your heart. Interesting, that came in. Oh. They are all correlating with the other deck. Peace Warrior, take a step back. Okay. So, the first deck, or the first card here is that we have is Opening Your Heart. And that is with Archangel Chamuel. And it is thank you, Chamuel, for removing the barriers around my heart. So this is allowing us to remove any blockages that are within our heart chakra and allowing us to see the possibilities that are around us. And allowing ourselves to be open to other angles as well. So again, seeing things from a different perspective from within your heart and allowing your heart to lead you to where you're supposed to go. So the next card here is that we have is the Miracle of Prayer. And it is Archangel Sandalphon. Thank you, Sandalphon, for delivering my prayers to heaven. And what the angels are really saying is that this is all about allowing us to see things from a different perspective. And what that is entailing is that even if we haven't seen our prayers answered in the physical 3D realm, we are having faith that they're being answered in the 5D or on the other side in heaven. And because God already heard your prayers, and it is all about trusting in Him in regard to Him answering your prayers behind the scenes. So, working on that trust lesson. So, that is there. And the next card here is that we have is Studying and Learning. Thank you, angels, for allowing me to see that every day is a learning day. So soul lessons are part of the reason that we are going within this week. So going within and diving deep within the soul journey. So that's pretty exciting as well. So the next card here is that we have is Love and Accept Yourself. Thank you, angels, for lovingly guiding me to self-acceptance. So that's a big lesson and a lot of different areas of the soul. So being the most authentic version of you and allowing yourself to love you for you. So I think that's what this week is all about as well. So that is pretty cool. And the more that we are working on this, the more that we'll have be a peaceful warrior with Archangel Ariel. Thank you, Ariel, for helping me to stand my ground with peace. So that is definitely there in regard to the lessons and things like that. So that is pretty awesome. So the next card here is that we have is Take a Step Back. Thank you, angels, for helping me to take a step back from what's not serving me. So that's that Hermit card that we've been talking about, just in a different form. So no need to explain this card, because that's the theme of this week. The next card here is Trust Your Vibes. Trusting your intuition to guide you down the path. The signs and symbols from Spirit. Trust those. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and guidance. So that is the messages for today, and that brings us to the conclusion of this video. I hope you found this video helpful, and if you like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the like button as well. And if you'd like to purchase a reading with me, go to my Snip Feed account. That is located on TikTok, and that is Advice by Alex8. And while you're there, go ahead and like and subscribe to TikTok for future uploads as well. So until next time, everybody, I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you, angel blessings, and I will talk with you very soon. Bye, everybody. God bless you.